mostly complaining. It's what I do behind the shades that I withdrew. Mostly complaining. It's not my fault, so I just laugh and watch it fall apart.
Hello, and welcome to Mostly Complaining, the podcast where, as advertised, it is mostly complaining. And we've determined it's how much, Sam? 70% complaining?
At least 80% complaining, which is fine because that's my favorite adverb and pastime.
That's excellent. Excellent percentage, excellent adverb. I am Chuck Parker, your host. This is my producer, Sam Alvarado. Without further ado, I suppose we can start complaining. We can just cut to the chase and just start bitching right off the bat. So the first topic that we have for you tonight, Pokémon.
Fuck, really?
Pokemon, yes. Yeah, which is basically slavery, isn't it?
The cartoon? The game?
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon. Pokemania. Yeah, because correct me, it's basically slavery, correct? So correct me if I'm wrong. We're capturing sentient creatures against their own will, and we're pitting them against each other in combat for our own amusement. So how is that not slavery?
Isn't the argument they want to fight?
Yeah, well, that's what the 19th century literature would say about the slaves, wouldn't they? We'll put slavery aside. It's at the very least, it's dogfighting, isn't it?
It's at least.
At the very least, it's dogfight. We're drugging them. We sent Michael Vick to prison for 2 years for fucking dogfighting. Yeah, but no, let's let the children participate in this.
That's fair.
Gotta
teach them. They seem happy, Yeah.
If you watch the cartoon, it definitely does seem that they're happy, and they involve children in the selling of the Pokemon, but we all know that this is just propaganda from the Poke Industrial Complex, isn't it, Sam?
This is the big Pokey.
Big Pokey. And I don't know if you know the process here, Sam, but we're not only are we pitting them against each other in combat, but they can never actually die. They will get down to a certain health level, and then they're put into the Poke Hospital, into this sort of cycle of eternal recurrence. Where their suffering never ends. We're pumping them full of drugs, and then, if they happen to die, before mutating, we send them to the Poke Hospital, and there's whole towns that are just built up around this whole Poke industry that we're, profiting off of. Again, the Poke Industrial Complex. And I find it sickening.
They did make coliseums like gladiators,
Yeah,
fighting them off.
No, it's fucking sickening, Sam.
On the plus side, they do seem to have better healthcare than we do currently.
Touche. They do have paid for healthcare. I suppose if we were being pitted in gladiatorial combat, for the amusement of the billionaires, then we might get free healthcare too.
We'll protest that.
But to go back to Pokemon being slavery, these are sentient creatures. They can fucking talk. So a Meowth is fucking talking full sentences. A Pikachu is, we can Pika. That's about it.
Words, yeah.
But you know what they would say if you could hear them, Sam?
No, I don't.
Kill me. Kill me, Sam. Let the pain stop.
Well, I've heard that they've let a few Pokemon go. You can let it. Like manumission.
Yeah, you got to have some sort of lottery, something to work towards, just like back in the old gladiatorial days that you could get set free.
Pay for it.
It's kind of like, the Logan's Run or whatever, you can have freedom through carousel, which is an old fucking movie that I doubt that. I don't know what are our
Logan's
demographics here, Sam. Are they going to get that reference, Logan's Run?
I think mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, mostly. We'll stick
It's
with
a
that.
good 70s sci-fi.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's a few.
Yeah.
A few. Underrated.
Yeah, there's some Bush in it too.
Yeah. And again, it is sci-fi, right? Like
Yeah.
if there were animals, we wouldn't confine them in small hand-sized spaces.
Well, no, that's the thing is that you don't know what's going on inside those Pokeballs. They paint it to be like that it's this ideal fucking habitat or environment for them, but they don't show you what actually goes on. They don't show you the emaciated Squirtles and Bulbasaur huddling together, shivering in pools of their own feces. Fucking
Just together.
disgusting. It's a disgrace.
Well, I always felt like they left out that science aspect of Pokemon. Like, they didn't explain how they have a Doctor Who phone box in Pokeballs and just a bunch of them.
Yeah, some sort of planar, like a small pocket dimension.
Yeah, that's-
that they're going into. And do you think that that it's the fucking helping for those fucking Pokemon? No. And the ones that they let, on the cartoon, again, just propaganda. And again, we're using children in the propaganda. So it gets down, to a sort of vulgar, almost Maoist propaganda, that is being perpetuated by, this sort of shadowy organization that is pushing this on our children
Big
as
Poke,
well.
yeah.
So they become spokespeople, for this kind of disgusting behavior.
Until it is people. Just like Pokemon.
Yeah, it is people. Well, yeah. Well, first Pokemon, then what next? What next?
Well, then it begins next with animals. And then other people.
Yeah.
That's what we teach them. Teach them young.
Yeah. You want to just desensitize them to combat against your will, and before you know it, it's just normalized. And we've pretty much got Mad Max Thunderdome,
But fun.
on every fun, but fun,
Yeah.
but fun.
Did you ever play
Breakfast cereal
any of
fun.
the games? Ever play any of the games? Did you participate?
I don't participate in Pokemon.
slavery?
I don't participate in Pokemon.
Any
I'm
representation?
an early Poke abolitionist. Yeah.
Evolutionist.
Yeah.
That's too good though. Actually, that's quite clever.
We'll table that. We'll table Pokemon as slavery. Moving on to the next topic.
Yeah.
The inevitable collapse of society.
Yeah, what's not to complain about?
Make up your fucking mind. I mean, fucking happen already. It's been the end of the world since I've been fucking born. Because I was raised by religious fundamentalists.
Yeah,
so
it's
we
gotta
live
be.
in the end times. And of course,
Revelations.
the Antichrist is going to manifest at any moment. Christianity is going to be outlawed.
Pokemon.
Along with the fucking Pokemon.
Demons.
And of course, they're gonna there's gonna be like the fucking Mark of the Beast. Did you get this shit when you were growing up? Did you get the whole thing?
All of it, yeah,
Mark
for
of the
sure.
Beast,
Mark of the
the whole
Beast.
thing.
Then when they came out with that chip in Brazil that allowed people workers
Yeah,
to like,
we're
get
gonna be
into-
like
yeah.
microchipped. It's like every paranoid fucking fantasy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But on top of that, but aside from the religious fundamentalist, end of the
Aspect
world
of-
shit,
there's
then there
also-
also is the actual end of the world that might happen. Because
Financially.
climate change is
Yeah.
surely happening. We're fucking slowly baking.
There's a man burned himself in front of the Capitol building, he was like a Buddhist
Self-immolation?
protester. Yeah, yeah.
That's a way to go.
In protest of climate change, like, hey, it's
Yeah.
too late.
We're fucked.
Good fun though.
Yeah, we're definitely fucked.
But I mean, it is the waiting.
Yeah, the waiting
Why
is
does
the
it-
hardest part,
yeah.
as Tom Petty would say.
Tell Betty, that's what he was talking about. It's the
Yeah,
end of
I
the
think
world.
I think that's exactly what the song is about.
Are we
is
becoming
the
impatient?
inevitable collapse of society. And God, it is not going to be pretty. And what are the ways? We're gonna have. You could have nuclear war. I mean, like that is
Sunspot
at least that's unless we're turning into Morlocks. And just like going underground, there's really not going to be a whole
Hobgoblins.
lot of society left. There's not,
Yeah, there's that.
not really much going on. Maybe
The
your
environment.
fallout shelters, just in general societal collapse. That's what I see. We're just fragile.
Do you prepare
This
at
is
all?
fragile.
It's
This is not. I don't know if you've noticed, but like fucking,
everywhere?
yeah, it's not fucking great. It doesn't take. We're a very shaky Jenga block away from just total fucking lights out.
Yeah.
We're marauding through the streets with fucking armor made out of fucking tires and aluminum siding. At this point,
It gets right to the violence.
and that's the point that I think you just decide to go full fucking cannibal.
Yeah, you have to, right? Like there's some decisions that have to be made once you realize.
It's best, but rip that fucking Band-Aid off.
Get it early.
If you're gonna have to eat people, I mean,
Start
that the
right
food supply.
away.
Okay, the food supply. The food supply is done.
Yeah, it's gone.
You know that the trucks are not coming to the fucking grocery store. You've already looted everything that you can. You've killed the people, in your immediate vicinity. With
In order to get
you're
the
going
food.
to need to, in order to get the food. I mean, it's just
Naturally.
like, you just want to go ahead and dive straight into cannibalism.
Save the lives.
and just, rip the Band-Aid off. And I think that the criteria, Sam, that we should be using for cannibalism, because some people would say that it would be BMI, let's go for the fatter people, let's go for the more muscular people.
Yeah.
I would say we need to be eating the people that have an annoying presence on social media.
Just how
Like
will we
those
know?
people,
There'll be no way to check. Although we will remember the people that were like, I had a bad day today. I just need a hug.
Yeah.
Or they like the drama, like
Well,
My
it really
boyfriend,
depends on
this and that.
what proximity they are to other people that are annoying on social media. Because I think that if you're strident and obnoxious and Facebook arguments are like part of your fucking hobby, then you should be first on the menu, because we need to wipe the slate clean and build a better society.
For tomorrow,
so
yeah.
we need to start. This is how we got into this situation. So we really need to start fucking culling this kind of thought process.
that reminds me, on the topic, to our first sponsor real quick, brought to you by Toothless Tim's Apocalypse Heroin. If you ever need to, think like some people think and say, I won't eat people, you can go the easy way with Toothless Tim's Apocalypse Heroin. All right, continuing.
Toothless Tim's Apocalypse Heroin, first sponsor of the show.
First sponsor. I mean, technically not of the show. He's just cool with me.
Yeah.
But you know the guy.
Well, no, that's great.
On that note, though, like hope, like that's the goal. I think that's what we're all waiting for. Is like everything's so hopeless that apocalyptic situations we can rebuild. Positive hope.
Hope
right?
isn't exactly the word that I would use, Sam. I think that you're just looking for a long-term. It's just going to be a long-term orgy of violence.
Oh, Jesus.
And just blood flowing in the gutters. Chances are, you're going to. What you have to watch out for, Sam, you really have to watch out for him, is going too hard too quick, because the slippery slope that is cannibalism or wasteland marauding, what if society does bounce back? What if all of a sudden the lights come back on? And it's like, wow, it was really touch and go there for a second. We really, we're teetered on the edge of the abyss. But now it's okay. We're back. We're a nation of laws. We have a Congress and a Senate and, a president. And hey, what have y'all been doing? And you're like, fucking, wasteland raided out with a fridge full of human meat. You've got the assistant manager of a Bed Bath & Beyond crucified to a telephone pole. It's like,
Jesus.
Oops. Well, shit. We might have jumped the gun a little bit there.
Then you get ahead of the pack by coming down from the mountain with 2 slabs of stone and a couple laws on them, and you say, I think these are the new rules. Number 1, thou shalt not eat people, and then just kind of start over. That way you're not the bad guy.
Yeah, a whole 10 Commandments reboot is really just what society needs. We need to
just don't eat people first.
Don't
figure
eat
out the
people.
rest.
You figure that would be number one on.
It's pretty high up there.
It's pretty high up
Although
there.
in most countries, cannibalism is not illegal. It's just the means in
It's
which
frowned
you
upon.
procure the meat.
Yeah.
So you can't kill somebody, and
Yeah.
it has to be like willing, and there's processes.
But
you
in the
eat.
Martian culture, you know, a la Heinlein, that you would eat a person to grok them.
No.
GROK.
Grok them.
If there's any Heinlein fans out there, you're welcome. Or is that Heinlein?
Don't ask me.
I think it is
I've
Heinlein.
never
It's not
heard of anybody
Bradbury. It's
grokking
Stranger in a
anything.
Strange Land. Who the fuck cares? None of these people read. All right.
They're all gonna die.
So yeah, we're building a new society on the wreckage of the old. Food shortages, lights go out, we're all doomed.
Some
Dante's
note system.
Inferno.
Mostly
All
complaining,
right.
sometimes
Yeah, mostly
prepared.
complaining. All right, so yeah, we'll put a pin in that one too. This is not the last time
No,
we'll be
yeah.
talking about the inevitable collapse of society.
Inevitable, yes, we will.
But moving on from the inevitable collapse of society, we're on to our third topic, which is the fucking cat. The fucking cat.
Like the species?
My cat.
Your cat.
My cat personally.
Your cat.
My cat.
Why your cat?
Because I hate my cat.
Yeah.
I actively hate my cat.
In many different ways.
Like a myriad of different ways. It's like a parfait of hate. It's a layers.
A hate parfait.
Layers of hate
Onions.
against the cat. I prefer a parfait because it's tastier.
That's right. But why?
Okay.
Why would you
so
hate a cat?
The hairballs. Hairballs. The cat is fucking vomiting all over the place. And you know, get the fucking hairball-proof food. Doesn't fucking matter. And it's not like, you know, she can go, you know, hey, on the fucking tile or on something that can be wiped up. No, it has to be on like any piece of furniture
In a shoe.
or like freshly washed clothes or, you know, fucking just anything that has like a fabric surface. That's where the fucking hairballs are happening. On top of that, the cat gets fucking explosive, what I call the screaming kitty shits, you know. And if you've never
Does it
seen
make noise?
the screaming kitty shits, that's when you change the fucking cat food or for whatever reason their stomach gets upset and they're just sailing on a fucking, you know, an arc of fucking, you know, diarrhea going,
It like jumps through the house.
yeah, it's just
Defecating.
like Iceman. So it's just shit everywhere, and she's a long-haired cat, so I have to shave her ass, which makes her look ridiculous. You know, it's a poor life quality. But you know, Sam, this is putting aside my indifference towards animals.
Indifference.
I think, well, indifference would not be the correct word for here because I actively hate this particular fucking cat. But I think it's because this is not a rescue cat. This is not a cat that I got. This is a cat that I got in the divorce.
No.
So this isn't a rescue cat. This is a poor life decisions cat. This is a cat that I have on the dint of being in a broken relationship. So every single time I look at the cat, I'm channeling all of my disappointments and traumas into the cat, which is probably unfair, you know, but the cat has become a proxy for people that have abandoned me. But interestingly enough, though, I think there is some saving grace because I can yell at the cat, scream obscenities
Not
at the
feel
cat,
bad,
and the cat is so okay with it. And it makes me feel a little bit better. And we're both comedians. We
Yeah,
both have
yeah.
bits on this exact subject.
It's true,
And
it's true.
any
animal,
tell,
yeah.
any animal. Go ahead and tell the thing.
Any animal is basically an emotional support animal if you yell at it enough. You know, like they don't. It doesn't necessarily have to be like nice.
Yeah.
You can yell "I love you." You know, just yell, just get it out.
Yeah,
Satisfies.
get it out. You know, and really the thing, you know, the argument can be made. Cat is like there is no other creature on this earth that is more suited to this purpose because
yelling
they
at?
could give a fuck
Reptiles.
about your shit. If anything, they enjoy the drama.
Reptiles.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could yell at reptiles all day. They don't care at all.
Well, you know, reptiles, it's like fucking hard to say. Like a cat, at least like you get like some fucking reaction like, oh, really? You know? Oh, yeah.
Kill you.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. I don't know. They seem to get off on it a little bit. You know, I think that the more pain and suffering that you're in almost. Like
They're happier
they're
about it, yeah.
happier.
Yeah, maybe your
because
cat-
cats are fucking assholes.
Maybe your cat hates you.
No, I think that's the thing is that I think my cat loves me.
Oh, no.
I think the cat fucking loves me, and I hate the cat because I hate myself. And so we're getting into some deep
Relationship.
shit. So maybe
basket.
I should see a real therapist, as
Instead of
opposed
just-
to yelling at the cat, because I think we've just made a breakthrough here, Sam. Yeah, I'll probably have to get that looked
Well, I
at.
mean, statistically, cats are bad therapists. Like emotional
Yeah.
support, sure, but therapy.
Yeah, you're not getting the feedback.
It's mainly because they don't care about you.
Yeah,
like
and
it's-
what do you want them to do? Just agree with you the
That's what
entire
they would
time?
do,
And
yeah.
sometimes that's a problem with the therapist. If you have a therapist that's agreeing with you the entire time, you probably need to get another fucking therapist. Because if your therapist doesn't make you angry at least a little bit, doesn't challenge some of your worldviews or thoughts about yourself, then you're not getting your money's worth.
They need to be involved.
But although when you do yell at your cat, it is free.
It's true. That's true. I mean, except for the diarrhea shits and
The diarrhea
hairball-less
shits and the
cat food
fucking
and
the hair
grooming,
everywhere and
yeah.
just the general having a fucking animal in your house, we're not getting great response from animal lovers, Sam.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. We've shit
Don't-
on
you can
chihuahuas.
be-
shit on fucking cats.
But we have them.
We have
they
them.
Live
Yeah,
better
we do. We
lives
do. I mean,
than
yeah.
we want them to
We
live.
shit on Pokemon. I mean, what other?
I think
I think we shit on babies too. So I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck ever.
Mostly complaining.
Yeah, mostly complaining. Hey, this is what this is. This is what this
Screw you
is.
guys. Yeah. So any
Sorry,
cats?
not sorry.
Cats, like you were saying, it's like a leftover cat from a divorce.
Yeah.
I have a kid like that, but I'm pretty sure the kid hates me.
Yeah.
So the other way around.
But you can't put the kid to sleep.
No, yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
can't put it in a cage when I leave to work.
When you leave. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing about the difference
Yeah.
between kids and animals.
And I would never ever hit my dog. So.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah,
You can hit
no
the
fun.
kids though.
Complaining. Don't. Nope.
You can beat children. It's,
I mean, anybody can.
yeah.
That's the whole point.
That's the thing is that they're smaller.
defenseless, yeah.
Children are smaller.
Yeah. And sometimes you just gotta
So it's easy.
gotta
It's easy to hit them.
turn the
Yeah.
TV off, sit down with your kids,
Yeah.
and hit them. It's
Yeah.
important.
That's quality time. Yeah.
It's good. It is.
You would not believe how prevalent that exact mentality because again I grew up like religious fanatics.
Yeah,
That is
no,
a
yeah.
very prevalent.
Yeah, no, you're gonna go wait, calm down, and then
It's
I'm
like
gonna
you're a
come
bad
hit you.
parent if you're not beating your kids a little bit.
Times are changing.
But we'll
Now
put
kids
that-
will have to defend themselves. That's the important thing. is getting
Ooh,
them
you
to
know what?
learn.
And that's a perfect segue, Sam, into the next topic.
Yeah.
Guns. Guns. Guns.
Good for children.
Guns. Guns and gun people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we need,
on, Sam.
some gun people's buttholes puckered a little bit because he thought I was going to go on a rant against guns.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's-
but you would be wrong. No, I think we should all have more guns because you know what? You win. You win. Let's just all have fucking guns. And I'm a list of people that should have guns. Let's just give every African American guns.
Yep, minorities.
All the women's guns.
Women,
Oh,
yeah.
just women, minorities, any disenfranchised person,
Yep.
guns. Trans people, guns.
Yep.
Toddlers, guns.
Karens.
Carrots, guns. Yep.
Scary one, but still equality.
No, we need to.
Children.
We need to arm the entire population, especially
Yeah.
because statistically, it's toddlers that are shooting people.
Yeah, I think actually in a household situation, statistically, 8, 10, 9 times out of 10, the toddler ends up.
Is it the
Getting a hold of
and
it.
that how's not surprising is that so what we need to do is put guns in the hands of other toddlers.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that can stop a bad toddler with a gun is a good toddler with a gun. So the logic goes, Sam. So the logic goes.
If everybody had guns, you might think twice about saying something's beeping your
You
horn.
would think, but that's the thing is that you can't do that now. I don't know if
this
anybody
day.
knows this, but you should not be honking at people right now. You should not be saying, I mean, like, and this is, I think, why we have the internet, why there's so much vitriol on the internet, because you can talk shit, you know, keyboard tough guy,
Yeah.
you know, you can get all that shit out on like fucking Facebook, but fucking please don't do that in real life.
Yeah, no,
because you
sure.
will get shot. We have a friend
Yeah.
recently shot.
Yeah, no.
You know, not doing anything. You know,
Literally
I
a
mean,
few
like
weeks
fucking
ago.
just a fucking argument, shot.
Yeah.
You know, fucking gunshot. I mean, like, dude, that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
It's no fucking joke.
There used to be.
He's lucky to be alive.
fighting. They used to ask you, like, "Oh, you want some of this?"
Yeah.
I don't think that happens anymore.
Yeah, no, you used to engage in fisticuffs.
Yeah, and then you could be like,
Sir?
I'm not trying to fight,
Yeah.
but not anymore.
It's like, no, you and your pals, we're gonna have a rumble. We're gonna meet in the middle of the street. We're gonna have a little dance number. You know, something like that. That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah, there's snapping fingers. There might be like you hold a thing and there's like a knife fight, you know, for
Yeah.
show.
I always like when they end cut those like shots in movies, and then the dude gets stabbed, and everybody's like, "Oh, the fun is over."
Yeah, no,
Let's
rumble,
run.
rumble over. Yeah.
People getting stabbed. That's what I'm used to. You know, like
What is the point of
what
yeah,
has
you-
Albuquerque become? Because I'm used to like, oh, he got stabbed.
Why
That's
couldn't
expected.
Whatever happened to stabbing?
I don't know.
Whatever happened to because you know what? In the UK, where they don't have as many guns, people get stabbed all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
But it used to be fair.
yeah,
Everybody
you know,
had a
I mean,
knife.
like it's just a good old stabbing.
Everybody had a knife back then.
Yeah.
You know? Now everybody needs a
and
gun.
it really just kind of like makes you a fucking. God, you know, I mean, you're showing up to a fucking gunfight with a knife, and
I
then
know.
it's like, what if you practice?
That's
What if you
insane.
got like you like practiced and you worked real hard to get your black belt and fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu or fucking, you know, karate or what the fuck ever, and it's like, I guess just get a gun.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess know that as well, but also have a gun so that when you're in a chokehold or whatever, you can pull out your gun.
Pow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, I don't know. You have a gun?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I have a gun because know thyself, Sam. I have anger problems,
Okay.
and for a long time had an alcohol problem.
Therapist
so I think
first.
I need a gun now.
Therapist first, then.
Yeah, I need a gun to me. A gun now, you know, because just my fucking headspace. I know that I seem well adjusted, but a gun to me in my fucking closet is just an off button.
Yeah,
you know, it's an off button.
Easy button.
That it's like it could be
I'm out.
flipped at any fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, but no, I do need a gun. I do need a gun. Again, for going back to the inevitable collapse of society, you probably need, you know, more than one gun.
Which reminds me, actually, Toothless Tim's Apocalypse Heroin. For when a gun is just a little too harsh. The easy way. With Toothless Tim's Apocalypse Heroin.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Sam.
no,
that's
it's
good. That's
sponsoring,
good
yeah.
copy. The way that you looked into the camera.
Yeah, no,
it's a winning smile.
We're
I think
not-
the Toothless Tim is lucky to
not-
have us.
allowed to have advertisers, so he didn't pay us to advertise. We're just saying.
Did we
what's up.
get any heroin?
I mean, we'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah, off the air.
Yeah.
That's yeah, exactly.
For the record, we don't condone the use of heroin.
No,
to
not at
anybody.
all, not at all.
It's
We're just
illegal.
advertising for it.
No, we're just advertising Toothless Tim. You know,
Exactly.
And this is for a
Who
different time.
happens to have heroin? Yeah,
Maybe, allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But no, Sam, you
Still a good
can't.
commercial.
I don't know if we like went off on this, but like just in Albuquerque, New Mexico, there are a number of people that are wandering around, dumb motherfuckers,
Oh,
dumb motherfuckers that
Yeah.
are heavily armed,
to talk shit to.
that talk shit to. I mean, that are doing dumb shit. But you know, I mean, if you say anything to them, you're dealing with individuals that have no purpose in life. They have high-caliber semi-automatic weapons, probably suffer from fetal alcohol syndrome, possible lead poisoning, and poor impulse control. So, just a little, argument, about a shopping cart can lead to you fucking, with holes in you. So
Not
again,
the stabbing ones anymore.
no, not the stabbing ones, and that's the thing. You could get out of the way of a knife. It was just a little bit more an even contest. But now we just need to have fucking guns for everybody. And that'd just solve it, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm just off board with gun control
maybe our
anymore.
friends-
Let's just fucking give everybody guns, and that's what we've got.
Our friend wouldn't have gotten shot if there was a good toddler with a gun there.
Yeah.
Just
If he would have just had a gun,
bam.
that's the.
Although we're very happy he's okay.
We are very happy
Yeah.
that he's okay.
Yeah, that
That's
was-
very serious. Fucking thing. But if he had an AR-15 in his back pocket,
Walking his dog.
yeah, walking his dogs, just strapped with a fucking, an assault rifle.
Everybody. Just they all need it.
No, I mean, like, seriously,
Yeah.
let's just fucking assault rifles,
Yeah. No, yeah. Bulletproof
And none of this
vests.
pussy AR-15 shit. We want the military grade, fucking,
P90.
we want 3-round fucking burst on this motherfucker.
Well, at least a P90.
Yeah.
Just something small, quick, agile.
Yeah.
Mostly complaining.
Mostly complaining, people. Mostly complaining. And we're complaining that we do not have access to military hardware. So just wrapping up here, we want to thank you for listening to the show, watching the show. You would have figured that we would be organized enough to where we would have our outro.
It's not mostly organized.
It's not mostly organized.
It's mostly
complaining. As we said, 70, 80,
At least
something-
it's like 68,
something more
69%.
constant. Yeah. It's not a bad ratio of complaining
It still
to
counts as
other
mostly.
shit.
Yeah.
But what we want you to do, we want you to ding, subscribe.
Yep.
We've got Cash App, Venmo, Patreon, presumably.
Yeah.
Facebook,
Instagram.
so that we can
TikTok.
TikToks,
Grindr.
Yeah. But yeah, if it was a free show, if you want to donate, we can buy
More
Tiny
guns.
Tim's
Apocalypse
or Toothless
heroin.
Tim's.
Toothless Tim's apocalypse heroin.
Apocalypse heroin.
Again, not for
Which-
sale until the apocalypse.
No.
Loopholes.
But hey,
Yeah, and we can buy more guns.
we can
with
buy more
your
guns.
donations.
And guns are fucking expensive. So we
Donate.
are preparing. We're preparing. We're getting. We've got. Water, fucking just like sacks of beans and rice and shit.
You have beans?
So beans
I
and
have
rice.
potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes just go bad and easy unless they're dehydrated. But that's neither here nor there.
I have potatoes.
Anyhow, you want to donate to the fund for our apocalypse fund? Then go right the fuck ahead.
And for
okay.
more
So
complaining.
join us next week for more complaining. This has been Mostly Complaining. Thank you very much.
This apartment is a coffin, and I'm comforted to death. And the howling from my brainstem plants the fear in every breath. Well, they say that suffocation is a lousy way to die. Slowly choking on a memory, then pretending to know why. Mostly complaining, and not much else. I pace a line and mutter to myself.